Welcome back, live at RecFest. John Baldino, my friend. This is so good for me to start with you, Eric. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is, it's substantial.
It's a labor of love.
Yes. So
Don't drop it, you're going to hurt your foot.
I want to give the appropriate, 90-second opportunity, though, because not everybody knows you, understands where you're coming from. Like, not just like jobs you've had, but slant and how you're approaching work. So, speak.
So, like many folks here,
Yeah.
I ended up in the recruiting profession by mistake. It was not planned.
I've never heard that
You've
before.
never heard that here. This is the first
Every
time
single
ever hearing
person.
it, right? And career evolved into leadership roles. But much of what I have done from a management perspective is tethered back to sort of how I was raised.
Yeah.
So my dad, PhD OD, org psych, goes on to the Federal Reserve Bank to make the bank a more human place to work.
Yeah.
And then chief HRO and healthcare. So that's where we began.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I brought to the table, whether I wanted to or not.
Yeah.
The mental head, not trash, but that's what I brought. And brought that to managing teams, building out teams. And my area of thrive historically is building out organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And that starts with my team. If you don't focus on your team first, you can't do anything for the rest of the organization. And saw some really good success in helping companies grow. I've been blessed in having folks follow me when I've gone from place to place.
Yeah.
25% left a large HR-based organization. We won't say which one.
No names.
No names. And I found that many of the principles around management for organizations seem to be overlooked by individuals who are tasked with doing that.
Yep.
So it was when I ended up in a bigger role than I had before, head of talent, culture, people, and then broader people. We experienced a rift. After building out the organization,
That's right.
Rapid growth,
Yep.
recruiters who are all about scale, building, are now asked to terminate the very people that they were asked to hire.
Yeah. It's happening today.
Just within months.
Yes.
And the psychological toll that it played on my team was heavy.
Yeah.
Our EMPS was negative 73 for the whole organization. And my team was reeling. They were in pain. So we started off with a dose of reflection on how bad is it.
Yeah.
Made myself highly vulnerable. The team said, here's our list of grievances. And my name was on the list on some of them.
Yeah. Yes.
It was painful.
It's painful.
It was brutal. I cried.
I'm sure you did.
I came back
I
to the
would
room.
too.
Yeah. So what was really bad, so Brian Cheney helped lead it. And he was like, no, Eric, you can't come in yet. We're adding to the list. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that was hard.
Yeah.
Next day, however, using a dose of appreciative inquiry, we flipped it. And what do we look like at our best?
Yeah.
And so we went through this process, this journey as a team, and the feedback was, this is better than therapy. And fast forward, the CEO said, we're going to do this for the whole organization.
Yep.
And we did. EMPS, negative 73. That means nearly 75% of the company would prefer root canal than recommending their friends to go to work
Yes.
there.
Multiple root canals, actually.
Right.
Yes.
The joy of
yes.
root canal.
Yes.
And so we went through this process where we targeted with very specific questions, what's going on? And it just so happens that what we were focused on, in many ways, became the foundation for this.
Yeah.
Building on work that my dad did in the 70s on group dynamics. Within 6 months, our EMPS was positive 8. So that's kind of that's an okay switch.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And when I ultimately left, I was talking with Brian. I said, this is something that has to live. And so it became a passion project for nearly 2 years on how can we create conditions for individuals to thrive in what was chaos.
Yep.
And so built out a framework for belonging that had not been done. So, hey, belonging has mattered for a long time. In fact, organizations
yes.
regularly will ask,
It's not new in
It's
terms of a
nothing new, right?
concept, right?
Sometimes it's lumped in with DEI, DEIB,
Yep.
right? I will maintain that first things first, you have to have trust. On top of trust, belonging. DEI does not exist without those two.
So let me ask you this, because the trust thing is an interesting one. I think we have a skewed view of trust. So here's what I mean.
Okay.
We're in a world at the moment where, for some organizations, where they are going through exactly what you described in terms of reductions in force. I've been working hard. I've been investing in this organization, and you just gave me an email that says, today is my last day. I should never have trusted you with my work effort if this is what was going to happen. So with that sort of trauma for some people, what is the right approach to trust in an organization? Is that fair?
That is fair, and it is brutal because when you in HR leadership roles, there are times when you're aware of conditions in the organization, the P&L, the market, whatever dictates that you need to rethink the role of people.
Yep.
And unfortunately, a reflex is to better manage financial outcomes is to reduce financial burden. Quickest way to do that is to whack people.
Correct.
Right? There are times when you just can't tell them what's going to come down.
Right.
However, I think the organizations that are transparent and say, hey, this is real. We have challenges, are going to be a whole lot better off in recovering from that systemic shock.
Yep.
To those organizations that simply spring it on.
Well, and I think that there's a lot to that exact condition. To me, it seems like we need to encourage organizations in a constant investment of trust-related deposits, because if you're waiting for that to be your next primary interaction, if onboarding and the woo of that, and then the next real investment that you have is when I have to tell you can't stay.
That's right.
Right?
So one of the things we talk about in the book is new hire trust credits. People show up on day one with a finite number of trust credits. Really hard to build it.
Yep.
After they arrive.
Yep.
The challenge is, so they show up with this bank account of trust credits. TA is in a unique position to build that bank account before they arrive.
Absolutely.
They have up until day one.
Yep.
It's when that individual comes into the office on day two, does their thing, and looks around on Tuesday, where's my team? And they come back from lunch together. What happens to that trust credit?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's when they come in the next Monday and half the team talks about the party that they were at together.
Yep.
What happens to that trust credit? Do you know it takes 6 months to rebuild?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And years ago, there's an article in the Wall Street Journal that said people know within 90 days whether or not they made the right
That's
job
right.
change.
Yeah. I actually think it's shorter than that.
It is shorter than that.
Yeah. And I wonder if, especially in doing this book, right, and doubling down on this concept of belonging, which I believe, using belonging as a measured component.
That's critical.
Yeah. So talk about that.
So how often do conversations with finance go where the CFO says, that's squishy, how do you measure the ROI?
Yep.
Most HR initiatives,
Yep.
whether it be new technology,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It's squishy.
Yes.
And they don't
sentiment is tough, because it's squishy.
It's squishy.
And it might change next week.
It might, yes, it absolutely might. So what I did was taking a look at metric crap ton of research in the market on psychological safety,
Yeah.
on inclusion, support, connection, purpose. What do those look like when tied to corporate outcomes? Has that been measured? As a matter of fact, it has been.
Yes.
You can measure outcomes associated with each of those pillars and in some cases be predictive. So what I did is created a model that looks at those 5 pillars and a maturity model on top of it.
Yeah.
So you could actually diagnose down to the manager level where belonging is happening and not. Now, why does it matter if belonging is happening? Better Up and Harvard Business Review did a study not too long ago where they found that high belonging organizations outperform their competition by 56%.
Hence,
Whoa!
hence,
Hence the 56%
yes,
solution.
that's right. Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
High belonging environments have 50% less attrition. They have 75% less sick days off. They have nearly 4x the throughput on innovation.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to the conversation with CFOs. They love those numbers.
Of course they do.
All day long.
Listen, and they are ones that we can point to, lean into. That measurement is not going to change next week.
No.
That has legs, so to speak, right? It's going to stay for a while. And we have a minute left. In this minute, this is what I want to make sure of. If you are if you're working with an organization where belonging hasn't really been approached this way, what do you recommend? Sort of like that first step towards belonging being a consideration.
I'm not going to say, do you feel like you belong?
Maybe.
But I think, a question is let's talk with the CFO and ask them how they feel about outcomes.
Yeah.
Ask them, what does attrition look like?
Yes.
What does sick leave look like? What does performance look like? Start with that.
Okay.
Start with the financials that matter to them.
Yep.
Audit that, and then you could actually find opportunities that are soft for improvement.
Yeah. Awesome. Look, y'all, get this. Today.
It actually hits Amazon on Monday.
Thank you for that. I was going to ask.
Yep. Yep.
On Monday.
On Monday, and I'm looking forward to I want your feedback. This is a passion project.
I love that it is. And it's a privilege, honestly, because I know how much of a passion project this has been. So congratulations to you, Eric.
John.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
We'll be right back.